In this presentation, I present an informative narrative that explores the experience of navigating hormonal changes after the age of 50. I describe a journey that is both personal and universal, emphasizing that the process of aging brings about changes which, although inevitable, can be managed through informed, deliberate choices. I provide an overview of the discussion that lies ahead by outlining the science behind hormonal fluctuations, identifying common symptoms, and describing practical strategies regarding lifestyle modifications and nutritional adjustments. I set the stage by discussing how hormones such as estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, and thyroid hormones play crucial roles in the body and how their shifts may result in noticeable changes. My narrative emphasizes the idea that understanding these hormonal transformations is essential in achieving a balanced state of well-being. It is my intention to deliver this discussion in a manner that is clear, precise, and accessible without overwhelming the viewer with intricate technical details. I articulate that although some symptoms like hot flashes, mood swings, or sleep disturbances may seem challenging, awareness and proactive care can help sustain a sense of harmony and resilience throughout this phase of life. In this section, I elucidate the scientific rationale behind hormone fluctuations and their effects on the body during the later stages of life. I explain that as women approach and pass the age of 50, the body undergoes significant endocrine adjustments. The hormonal interplay involves various substances: estrogen, which supports reproductive and overall health; progesterone, which moderates mood and other physiological responses; cortisol, a biomarker of stress; and thyroid hormones that regulate metabolism. I present a clear description of how these hormones are interdependent and how a decline or imbalance can precipitate notable physical and emotional changes. For example, I discuss the manner in which decreasing estrogen levels may result in the sensation of hot flashes or contribute to mood instability. I reference scientific understandings that highlight the gradual shift from perimenopause to menopause and eventually postmenopause, clarifying that these transitions are a natural part of the aging process rather than a disorder. I maintain that by comprehending the roles and interactions of these hormones, one empowers oneself to anticipate changes and explore methods to alleviate any adverse symptoms. This careful examination of the biological underpinnings offers the viewer not only reassurance but also a foundation on which to build a proactive approach to managing their health. In this portion of the narrative, I provide a detailed exploration of the symptoms many women might observe during hormonal transitions, ensuring that each description is clear, precise, and grounded in everyday experiences. I identify and analyze common indicators such as fluctuating body temperature, resulting in sudden hot flashes, as well as variations in mood resulting in irritability or unexpected bouts of sadness. I further discuss how disturbances in sleep patterns and alterations in weight distribution emerge as frequent concerns for those undergoing these changes. I illustrate each symptom with careful observations, noting that these experiences, while differing in intensity, are integral signs that the body is adjusting to new hormonal levels. I describe a typical day wherein an individual notices subtle yet increasingly apparent signals: a sudden warmth spreading up the neck, unexplained fatigue, or periods of heightened emotional sensitivity, all of which should be recognized without alarm. My narrative underscores that these symptoms are neither isolated nor unusual; rather, they form a spectrum of responses that invite careful monitoring and thoughtful interventions. By recognizing these signs early, women are better positioned to adopt self-care measures and consult healthcare professionals when necessary, thereby establishing a sense of control and fostering a comprehensive approach to well-being. In this segment, I share a reflective account of adopting lifestyle modifications that can alleviate the discomfort associated with hormonal changes. I portray a structured day that integrates routines aimed at nurturing both the body and the mind. I narrate the benefits of incorporating regular physical activity, such as brisk walking or yoga, which not only promote cardiovascular health but also aid in maintaining hormonal equilibrium. I explain the importance of establishing a consistent sleep routine and stress management practices, including mindful meditation and breathing exercises, which contribute significantly to reducing cortisol levels and easing mood fluctuations. I recount personal experiences where deliberate, small adjustments in daily living led to noticeable improvements in overall health and vitality. I emphasize that a balanced approach to nutrition, adequate hydration, and social engagement further enhances one's capacity to counteract the effects of hormonal shifts. The narrative steadfastly maintains that these lifestyle changes are simple yet effective tools in the journey toward hormonal harmony. Through methodical planning and adherence to these routines, the individual not only alleviates physical symptoms but also cultivates emotional resilience and a renewed sense of purpose. As I transition to the subject of nutrition, I detail how dietary habits can profoundly influence hormonal balance and overall health after the age of 50. I methodically explain that consuming nutrient-dense foods can play a decisive role in mitigating inflammation, stabilizing mood, and supporting bodily functions during hormonal changes. I discuss the incorporation of whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats, emphasizing their importance in sustaining energy levels and promoting cellular repair. I express that a varied diet rich in fresh fruits, vegetables, and antioxidants is beneficial in countering oxidative stress, a common concern as the body ages. I detail specific nutritional considerations, such as the inclusion of calcium and vitamin D, critical for bone health during and after menopause, as well as the role of phytoestrogens found in foods like soy, which may have a moderating effect on estrogen levels. My narrative maintains that nutrition is not merely about the sustenance of the body but also about fostering a renewed relationship with one's well-being. The discussion is crafted in a way that encourages viewers to view their diet as a tool for empowerment, where deliberate, thoughtful choices can lead to improved hormonal balance and an enhanced quality of life. In the final segment of this narrative, I synthesize the discussions from earlier sections into a thoughtful conclusion that underscores the journey toward hormonal harmony. I revisit the scientific explanations of how hormones influence bodily functions, the recognition of symptoms, and the practical strategies involving lifestyle and nutrition that can mitigate the challenges of hormonal changes. I articulate that while the experience of going through such transitions may seem daunting, the power of knowledge and self-care lies at the heart of overcoming the associated difficulties. I reflect on the empowerment that comes from understanding one's body, a transformation that encourages a proactive stance in health management. I express that the gradual adjustments in daily routines and dietary patterns not only alleviate physical discomfort but also foster an internal sense of peace and empowerment. I conclude by reinforcing the message that patience, structure, and a resilient mindset are essential components in successfully navigating these changes. The concluding remarks serve not only as a summary of the insights presented but also as a call to action for the viewer to embrace every step of the journey with confidence, knowing that each proactive measure contributes significantly to a balanced, healthy, and fulfilling life.